Whoa. What's up, everybody? Headphones are loud. I got to turn on my camera and start that up because I was just nerding out in live building out part of this track. Let's get over to Discord. There's my camera. Hey, welcome to Track Feedback. Is broadcast coming through? What is happening? Make sure everything is working. Steve's invisible. Mike is coming through. Can you guys hear me? Check, check, check. You do. My monitor playback is not playing back. Yes, you hear me now. Do you hear the music? Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing me and hearing the music. I don't know why my monitor laptop is not playing sound, but that may not be a problem. So to start off with, we have grapefruit. Oh, I know what's happening. Peanut butter jelly. Isn't that fun? Where's DJ Waters? Okay, thank you for that. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. All right, so I think we got all the tracks out of Discord. I'm surprised we just did a huge feedback on Thursday and people still put in like 15 updates. So I was afraid today I'm gonna have like 2 tracks to do for reviews, but it turns out there's a lot. So I got a whole bunch of tracks lined up and I wanna just quickly kind of show a little preview of my Escape the 8-Bar Loop course. The way I build tracks in live, there's nothing in the arrangement right now, and I collect all the different sounds as clip stacks up top. So I have each individual, like all the ingredients I'm gonna use for this track are here at the top as different clips, and they go through variations and stuff. And then when I'm building the track, what I do is take all these combinations and start layering them up. So I wanna play through this in quick forward motion. What I want you to do is just watch the clips in session view and listen to what sounds are coming in, especially the way these vocals stack up. All these vocals are going to come out track 21, and every new scene is going to add a new vocal. Now there's 3. And I can go to... So I use the vocals up into a delay, make a buildup of sorts, and then drop a beat with no vocals. Now over here, you can see the claps go from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each time I add a new number, a new sound comes in. So you can hear there's the new hi-hats. I'll look at my sends and returns in a second, John. And by making all the clips in session view, basically every 8 bars, I launch a new scene, I get a new clip, and new sounds come in. Now the next scene, the kick drum is gonna drop out. And what's gonna come back in? The vocals. So remove the kick drum, add in some vocal layers. And then I can easily control what sounds are happening from what scenes, and I can build out places in session view where I can see, okay, that's gonna be a drop, other stuff is coming in and layering up. Now I've got another drum group where I can bring in other clips to layer up the percussion elements. I think the top top loops might need to come up a bit. So that's a quick little preview. What I'm going to start doing pretty soon is teaching on video how I make tracks, how I build mixes, how I do sound design, and show you my tracks, applied techniques from the lessons in there. And then, you know, if you want to buy a course on that kind of stuff, you can buy it later. But I really like showing how I make tracks and using it as an opportunity for teaching. So that's why I'm giving you these little previews right now. So on my returns, and the other fun thing is people can ask me questions like that, and I can just dip in and be like, oh, here's what I'm doing. So on the returns, I've got a drum reverb that apparently I was testing wet and dry. Quick little bass reverb. A delay that was on the sends, right there for C, right? And I guess returns D and E, not built out yet. So that's what is going on with the track progress that's going to be done for the techno compilation pretty soon. Now I just got to open up Spectrum for track feedback. All right, Ben's here. Oh, you guys never use Session View very much. I completely love Session View because when I want to try different combinations in the arrangement, you have to copy a sound from somewhere. You have to find the sound, copy it, paste it to where the playhead is, and then listen to see if it sounds right. And when you have, you know, when you're in the middle of playing, that can kind of take time. And I don't like to press stop and copy and paste and think analytically about the sound. I like to feel it. And when I'm actually listening, I'm like, oh, I want that new sound to drop. And in Session View, you go to the launch triangle, you launch the sound, and you hear it drop on the beat, quantized. So you can literally experiment with sounds and different combinations on the fly. And you don't have to plan ahead. You don't have to copy and paste. You don't have to stop. You can actually jam kind of live as the program works. And then when you get the combinations working right, you can, oh my God, it's driving me crazy. Then you can just kind of print it into the arrangement and have the song form the way you want to and have it feel natural and everything. So that's pretty much why I like playing with Session View. Mr. Melvis, what are you saying? Progress. Progress. Yeah, Matt, definitely. I'm building all my tracks in Session View first, and I get like the main sections of where are the beats, where are the drops, what are the risers, what are the breakdowns. Then I record it all into arrangement and get like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. And then I go through and overdub automation using controllers live to make sure it feels right. And then I do the mix, and if there's any mix automation that I need, I do that. And a lot of times at the very, very last section at the arrangement, I'll go and paste in like a crash and then reverse a crash and do some little like ear candy. So ear candy is something I would do last at the end in the arrangement. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Alex B with the Grown Out of Minimal Remix version 2. And Pivclit always works so fast. He'll make version 1 in the morning, and then in the afternoon he's like, here's version 9, I fixed it. So let's see what we got. Is my tech all ready? It's a nice 9-minute roller. Oh, SoundCloud, thank you. Did I close Discord? Yeah. I'm going to push up my broadcast level a little bit. I like how the vocals are remixed. Feels like the hi-hat and snare are a little bit dry, actually. Could hear a little bit of reverb on those. Yeah, pads are beautiful. Mix is sounding good. Low end feels good. I'm guessing it's 100. Yeah, 100 BPM. G sharp. Great sound, great mix. I think probably the only questions are going to be about the arrangement and timing of events in the track. The delays are beautiful, nice and lush. Oh, and Mr. Melvis, this is a Pivclit remix of an Alex B track. So we're hearing the... Matt Schultz, Atmosphere. Okay, I'm wondering if we're going to get more percussion. The drum beat is super stripped down with the hi-hat and clap so far, which is cool. Maybe later in the track we'll get a little more ticky-clicky kind of stuff. I like what this bass line is doing. Really good example of how full a bass line can sound above 100 hertz, as distinct from the sub. And the harmonies are just so easy to sit inside. All right, so we could use an atmospheric transition sound like Matt Schultz was saying at the end of that break. Just kind of have like a sweep of nature sounds or something kind of organic I think would fit. Not just like a white noise sound, but like people talking like get louder. Vocals are beautiful. Nice to hear some extra percussion in here. Other than that, it's perfect. It's big and simple. All the right stuff's happening. You could see people grooving to this in the chill out zone. Riding on the pink flamingo with death. I don't even want to skip ahead on this. I want to just keep it, sit in it. Really like the vocal. I think you could even have a longer reverb on the vocal to just put it up into the air and leave it like a 20-second tail or something on the reverb. And that would be a plate reverb if anybody's interested in styles. Either a hall or a plate reverb I would do on the vocal. Just put it up like Beautiful low end work. You can see visually that the kick and the bass line are on different time. Boom, ba, doom, ba, doom, ba. And alternating time is a really good way to fit low end elements together so they're not clashing on the downbeats. The claps are nice and kind of smooth, you know, the high frequency is down a little bit on the claps, so it makes the whole track feel kind of chill. It's not like making you blink, you know. Overall, really nice tonal balance in the mids. I can't believe it's 7.5 minutes already. It feels like it's 2 minutes. Matt, yeah. 90% of low-end mixing is just that. Don't put the elements on the same timing. I think you could have the clap coming in here, right at that moment. Like, it's chill right here, right? And since it's such a slow burn of a track, I would maybe bring the clap back in, coming up right here. 3, 4, boom. Give us like another 16 bars with the clap in there, just to keep the ending kind of... Okay, to make it easier for DJs to beat match on the snare beat in the 2 and the 4. Very nice, those double kick drum bumps to take the rhythm out. So if you had the claps in for just 8 bars and then come out when the kick drums are doubling up, I think it'd be nice, but it's not a problem that it's the way that it's this way. What a beautiful vibe too, right? Bassline is just like bathtub. And some nice tails. That is done. That, hey, what? Had my reverb up. Yeah, man, super vibes, totally done. All I would add is a little bit of atmospheric sound in the first breakdown, preferably organic, natural type of like Foley, you know, like a location kind of a sound. And then in the ending, bring in 8 bars of clap to just give it a little energetic, like oof, to get over to the ending section. And nobody's gonna criticize that mix. Mix is done. Oh, well, the drum reverb, you know, you could have a little reverb on the drums, and I've said something about the vocal reverb. That's getting to the point of me applying my creativity onto your track, so you can take those as comments, but not like problems. So, Ben Hunt, A flat on the butt. For anybody who didn't catch it, we were just tuning the vocal to fit in the key signature of the chords. And Ben was getting in there on the details with the C minor music theory. And this track is feeling pretty vibey and good. Based on the last track, Ben, you might want to go to the clap and take some of the high frequencies off. I was just noticing in the Growing Out of Minimal remix, when the clap is a little duller like this, it gives the track a vibe of being kind of calmer. So just... I didn't even notice that last week, but after hearing the track before this, maybe you could play around with a little bit of EQ on the clap to kind of like dull it down, and then slowly open it up at the peak of the track for brightness for a climax, like subtle but morphing. Just ideas. I like that throaty bass. It's kind of growling. Let's check mono. So far, so good. Matt Schultz, always filter your claps. Like clapping if you have like thick gloves on, where it's like boop, boop. Then I want to put this out on our down-tempo compilation, so everybody start thinking about what you have in the down-tempo domain. Because we got some talent at the low frequencies, low tempos, low BPMs. I like how there's a gap in the bass line right here. Now 10. 1, 2, 4. Down tempo, I would say, is under 115. Yeah. Yeah, now that just feels like it's part of the scale and doesn't stick out as like a weird clam note. Oh, that's one of my favorite things right here. All right, I gotta interrupt. What he just did was had a synth grow underneath the vocal and feel like it's part of the vocal. Listen to what happens right here. That synth came up like right in the same tonal range as the voice, so it felt like the voice was morphing into a synth. I love when that happens. Yeah, Ben, I think you're good, man. I think you're good to go on the vocal. This is pretty much done at this point. Nice effects in the background. Ooh, Pivclit, good comment. So it feels a bit too clipped. Should have been more compressed before the limiter was put on. So we got some mastering notes coming in. I like the percussion a lot right here. You can feel the slaps on the conga. I really like the way that conga is mixed. It feels like kind of a bubbling percussion, but it doesn't stick out as like, here I'm slapping the drum in your face, right? It's just like the drums become this whole thing. Nice bottom end. Yeah, Ben Hunt, nailed it. So at the end, we had some clap filtering down that sounded cool. You could definitely filter the clap like that slowly at different points through the track, like, slowly ride the filter down and then ride it back up if you want to do one more edit. But that's done. Speaking of claps, Ben Hunt gets some claps. Nice work. Really nice work sticking with the vocal updates, because I know that was something we had to talk to. He's going to feel massive on big speakers. Is DJ Waters with us, or is he posting horrific memes somewhere else? Let's wait for him to show up, because I want him to hear that track. And this is John Madison. This is a track that you put up the other day. Let's see. We got EQ flat, stereo wide. And didn't you have another one? Yeah, that dubstep or something, right? Check that out. The pads sound different now. Harmonic stuff like louder in the mid-range. Check that out. Take notes. Yeah, kick drum is sounding good. Ooh, a little saturation on the percussion, okay. That kick has a big old bottom. This one place could use a little transition of some type, like another sound layer. Maybe. What is in my eye? Nice and peaceful too. It's like, has a simplicity, holds together, low end is good. You guys are making it hard for me to find comments after version 3. It's like, I think it's done. Let me know, how does this sound for the low end out there on your other systems? From what I can tell from headphones experience, this sounds pretty good. But if anybody has a comment on the low end, let me know what you think on your speakers. Oh, that was a nice gap. I didn't expect that. What just happened here? A little 2-beat gap. The mid-range feels really full now. It's like, somehow feels like the pads are louder than last time, maybe? I did the growl bass for you. Yeah. That sub is so good. Right here is the empty bass and drums part. For me, this is like the core of the track. Below 200 hertz could be warmed up a bit. That's an interesting observation. Here's a little EQ boost around 200 maybe. I'm feeling like the top end of the kick drum. And one more time, let's just check this zone. I'm gonna just boost EQ in the lows a little bit. That's mids and sweep it down. And cut. And boost. So when I was just boosting kind of an extreme EQ on the low mids, like 200 or something, the high end of that bass line slurp that goes to that thing felt like that just got louder, and the body of the kick drum came up a bit, like the top end of the goof goof. So Pipklet's talking about some tape saturation. I suppose that would be a mastering decision. Oh, Klanghelm 4GI. I know that one. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess that would be getting into like stereo mix mastering decisions. Great. Yeah, that one's ready for mastering. I think that sounds good. And the Feels version 2. This is first review. We haven't heard this yet. Okay, the opening was heavy on the left side with that first synth. Oh shit, Alex B, I forgot to paste the freaking link on Discord to YouTube. I did send out an email though, and post in the Facebook group. Are you not on the email list? You're gonna have to fix that. Cool, Pip, thanks for, sorry I didn't get the link into YouTube, sorry about that, and Pip, thank you for posting that. Okay, let me focus. Harmonic shift right here, that caught me by surprise. Everything up until now was just nice and smooth. I know I was typing over there, but did we shift to a new bass note, new chord progression? Okay, now we're back. So let's check, how do we get into that? This is still part 1, right? Okay, so at 210, there's right before 210, we're in bass part 1, then there's one of those glides where it's a and then after that, it goes into a new bass line section. I was expecting it to drop back into the original pattern. So when it didn't, that's where I was like harmonically confused. So let's see what we could do. Okay. Right at 209, there's a little bell. So the little bell is a great trigger sound to introduce a new section. What I think would help is make it more like a separate, distinct change. So cut the bass line at this part. After that bass glide, and maybe we might want to remove that too, but at 209, have the little bell and only the new melody with no bass elements. So it's very clearly like we changed, we're in a different thing. And then the shift could be really cool. And it's like, oh, modulated to a new key center, right? And that sound that's like, there's a rhythmic thing. I think with just the melodic synth and the rhythm without the bass line, this part would be more clear. got the bass EQ. Yeah, and then at 224, come back in with the bass line. So definitely cut the bass line at 209. Try that for now, from 209 to 220 something. Just remove that bass line so we can get anchored into the new melodic part. And then at 223, come in with the strong bass line pattern with the new chord, ARP synth thing. And then we can be in that tonal center. DJ Waters. Yeah, like a transition so we can identify when we're changing to a new key. Because at this part it totally makes sense and it all sounds good and we're like, it's like refreshing to be in a different space. Now we went back into the other one, so let's see, how do we get back? All right, and then kind of like we did to get into it, don't go directly from one bass part to the other. I like this little gap right here. That part. If you did that, and then go back to the original A part. So these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Right there at 248, there's 4 bars with the, let's say the B section, right? So the opening original thing is the A section, then in the middle we're in the B section, just for a term. After this little gap where the bass drops out, skip these 4 bars right here, maybe just put those 4 earlier and have the part with the low end cut out as a signal. So when we hear that thing with only the melody, no bass, no kick drum, that's the signal that we're at the end of the B section. And we're going to slam back into the original opening with the little bell chime deal and like a proper, more obvious change. With that crash and everything, yeah. Because the A and the B part are both independently cool, and getting out of one into the other, you need to have a little harder push, like, come over here, bam, now you're in the B section. So it's okay to make your transitions big, predictable, and obvious, and then people easily flow between them. I like that percussion thing. What was that going on right here? That was a cool, kind of interesting percussion sound. Oh, DJ Waters, we opened up with the little peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat video to start today. This sound. That's cool for... What the fuck? Good sound. I was trying to comment on the percussion and then some other cool sound happened. Perfect. That was, oh my God. Too much is happening to talk about. So the percussion is scratchy and gravelly and doesn't sound like a typical drum kit, but it's functioning like percussion with this like chinka, chinka, chinka that I really like. Oh, from Vital, cool. And then the riser is so dry. It's loud and it goes up in pitch. And then it just stops with no reverb or effects. And it's so dry that it just draws the next part right up into your face, kind of. It makes it, it's a really effective sound because the thing after the riser feels like it hits you louder. That. The silence with no effects gets your attention better. So that was cool. The rhythm synth, yeah, man. All right, cool. So I think your sound design is awesome and the mix is really in pretty good shape. I don't think we even had any mix notes. The main thing is that the arrangement, you have to be careful when you're going from the A section to the B section to really have like a moment where there's a transition and then you can go to a new chord, new bass line, new harmonic center and get people anchored into that harmony so they don't feel That's so good. So that people don't feel like they're expecting something to land on a different note. That's really the problem with the harmonic shift, is if they're expecting to land in the same predictable thing and they land in a different key, it's like, oh, what happened? And I want to just like have a moment with this bass line. Oh, that is so good right there. The buzz on that, let's all sing along. Great job with that bass line. It's got a percussive element, it's got a high frequency buzz, it's got a sub. My mouth cannot make that sound, but it sounds cool. And it's playing nice with the kick drum. So good deal on that one. Chop the arrangement just a little bit, couple tweaks. And then you'll be up to 200 BPM DJ Waters status. Reggae Frenchcore.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to witness history.
I believe that. Oh, this is happy. Yeah, you could play this at a wedding.
Let it blow your mind. Let it show. Let it blow your mind.
Oh, John, good tip. Heavy on the reverb, audio, cut the tail off.
You're about to witness history.
All right, those two sections of beats, those are really slamming loud and bright. And then these are not so bright, so these beats kind of sound weaker compared to the loud part. Yeah, this beat right here is not as powerful as some of the other ones. I want to start this over because the very first feeling I had was that bass is going to be a problem with when the other percussion comes in. I would aim for not having the reggae bass in here at all, the bass line.
Ladies and gentlemen,
just have your fuzz drums as the low. Can't quite tell, but the horns and the bubble organ part are going to be the strength of the reggae sound. That part's all good. Total summer vibes. Sunset golden hour, right? Yeah, watch that bass. And then this kick could be actually a little more aggressive, I think. Whoa. Okay, those two are too loud. Count 211. Get all your different kick drum parts so they feel like the same pressure level. This is cool. Feels like a build-up. That's what I mean by aggressive. That. After hearing those super loud ones, these other ones sound too weak. And that one peep is too bright. The squeaky peep. Right there, 1.1. Ah! 1.13 kilohertz. Notch. That kick I like. Pow, pow, pow. One of those is really bright and aggressive, and the other ones are kind of down. So that was a cool sound. What was that? Right there. Digga, 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 digga. That was cool. Backroom Frenchcore. There we go. The reggae could be a little louder here. That was a cool little part. Right here. When the kick drum comes in, if that melody was louder, it would be so happy and awesome. Yeah. That one, down, pound. Okay, I'm having a problem because I want this to drop so hard with a steady, constant kick that's loud and coming through hard, and the reggae part nice and clear on top. It's totally obvious what you're trying to do, and it's like almost there. There's one kick that comes in from 330 to 332. That one. Not that one. That one. Down, pound. Like, this should be totally slamming right here, and the one kick drum is just, this kick is just not there, not loud enough. That one is so good, 343. So I think by now you know what to do. This is gonna be jamming. Wreckage.
Ladies and gentlemen, history.
Yay! Hippies are gonna love it. So please do another one. And so what'd you say? This is nowhere near yet. Just programming kicks is not so easy to get reggae to shine. Yeah, I know you know what we mean, and this is an early version. So if you get those kick drums consistently bumping through the bottom, have the vocal reggae part and the lead melody thing and the chords and like the horns clearly up on top, that's just what you need. Slamming kick drum, buzz layer, chords, and happy vibes, and then some chops and breaks. Watch out for that 1.13 kilohertz pip squeak thing, and we'll be digging it. Does Domination Volume 1. Let's do DJ Waters again since he's here paying attention before he starts posting his memes. Oh, check it out. This is interesting. The DJ Waters touch. Okay, these vocals are a little bit too loud, I think, compared to the hi-hats and stuff. And these hi-hats feel a little bit drifting out of time. They're a little early. The domination word and the stereo effects are great. The volume is a little too loud. I want to give you a clear reference on the hi-hat. So right now the ticks are awesome. This feels like it's in Shepherd's territory, like really solid, simple grinding. That vocal's okay, but the laugh could come down a little bit. Right at 30 seconds. The hi-hat that comes in at 30 seconds. It actually feels like the beginning of the hi-hat sample is not trimmed and it's like got a double flutter, like. So that hi-hat from 30 seconds needs to get really trimmed and quantized in with the other hi-hats that are happening, because the groove was really solid up before that part. And the micro timing here. After domination, those little upbeats are a little bit fast. duh, 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 duh. Those upbeat ones, really check the grid so that they stay locked in and they don't feel rushed. Because when it feels rushed, your shoulders get like tense. And if they're like relaxed and slow, you can kind of feel like sitting down back into it. Like, if that makes sense in the body chemistry. This sound is cool. Definitely has the dark feel that needs to happen for this kind of rumble vibe. That sound is cool. That sound is cool. I'm gonna come up with a low end a little bit. I don't know about you guys, but I wanted a little more bottom on my domination. Right here is good. That's good sound. That ping. Wait, what was that? High frequency. That is really good. That high frequency, like metal buzz thing. That's good. And the atmosphere. DJ Water's getting the rumble down. Check this out. Yeah, the domination word, I like how it sounds, but compared to the rumble, it's just a little too loud. It could be like inside, so basically we could turn the rumble up louder, you know what I mean? Good, good, good. Good, good, good. There's that hi-hat again. Okay. It does sound like it's been subjected to the influence of hangovers on this production. Yeah, let's skip out. What was that? That part's cool. What just happened right here? Hold on. Right here. Dot, dot, dot. Could you do a section where it goes dot, 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 dot? Takes the first part of the word domination, just make it into a sound. So you say domination once, and then continue that upbeat. That could be crazy. Right here. Dot, 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 dot. It has that distorted thing where it could easily just become a unit of sound on the upbeats. Dot, dot, dot. I think that would sound cool. Dot, 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 dot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do that for like 8 bars at the end. It would be very psychedelic. Psychedelical. What's this sound? Ooh, that little ear candy. Good, good, good. Yeah, man, this has great sound design. I really like the layers and everything. And there's a couple of things that are just noticeably out that are going to be so easy to fix that'll pull the whole thing together into focus. So it'll have that feeling like no matter how loud you turn it up, it just keeps getting better and better and better. So bring that back next time without the hangover. Eat your cucumbers, hydrate yourself, take your vitamins. And let's do Shepherd's after this, because I wanna be in the Shepherd's zone after that last one. Then we'll go to some house music. Sync 1.3 EQ. Oh, EQ flat. See, good thing I checked. Matt Schultz. A nice trick is some distorted, really long reverb on a send, and then automating it to send a sound in for just one beat or less, and it creates a super lush layer, slowly fading out, like my hopes and dreams. What is wrong with Steve? Yeah, man. Let me check the changelog. This sounds good. Shepherds, I like how the leads and the layers feel more higher in the middle, like the middle part feels more in front. The bottom is super good. Boom, boom, boom. What do you guys think about that sound? In the US, we call that a foghorn. Like on the coastline, when there's a place where there's rocks and the boats are coming by, there's this big tower, lighthouse, and it goes whoa and puts out a sound so the ships know not to hit the rocks. That's what this sounds like to me. And I think that might be a little bit... Was that too loud for you guys compared to the kick? I guess it's good. It feels loud. I guess it's okay. I like the distortion a lot on here. Yeah. Nebelhorn, okay. Yeah. Okay, thanks for the feedback. Yeah, this distortion is nasty, man. And the top layer, ticka, 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 ticka. Really good rhythm. The build-up got a little bit big in the mids. Right around 2.7K. For a minute, it was like getting loud, but then it didn't go too far, but I was a little sensitive right there. I like the flanger going on. Going up. And one thing I want to point out again is the hi-hat breakbeat rhythm. Tick, 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 tick. That's very unique and cool. Great transition. I think this is done. There's a couple of tiny little EQ things I would do, like with maybe EQ automation at the mastering, but basically I think we're good. That flanger, so nice and slow. Honestly, I cannot even count the layers that are going on inside. They're just like coming and going. this stuff. The stereo, wait, right before this high frequency stereo flutter. That's super cool. Yes. This part right here. I think you did a pretty good job mixing it with your ear block, whatever was like in your ears. Yeah, this, so that around here, you know, watch out for the buildups that are nearby 3000 hertz, because some of that can be too much. This part all feels nice, and the high frequencies feel nice and steady. Nothing, no problems. Let's just review. Cymbals and everything feel good. I like this metallic layer. Like, it's like that little synth thing. What is that? Yeah, that's all pretty good. I saw Piv's comment about 350 hertz. So yeah, I don't have any this part. Another 8 bars. Pretty good. I think version 1.4, if you wanted to do like one more mix with tiny little volume or EQ automations on the transition parts, but basically that feels like it's done. I really like the low end groove and the buzz on that kick drum and the So, Matt, maybe a high shelf down around 8K? Let's just try a little high shelf EQ on the board so you guys can hear it. Here's the track. Here's my high shelf coming down. Back up. And boost. You decide where you want the high EQ. I would do that in a DJ set. Just take the highs and for a little variation. Shepard's good shit, and especially producing while you have freaking COVID and you can't hear. Warrior style. So are we finished with techno vibes? I guess Alex B, and I don't know if I really need to do things in a set, but Alex is here and Donats is in another land. Another time zone. Okay. My EQ is flat. Here we go. And Shepherds, I don't know, you could put that up for mastering and just have Pivclit do a little bit of, you know, final juice on there to be done. Basic form and everything sounds great. I'm thinking right off, is the kick drum gonna get another layer? Kick feels a little light right now. Ian, you playing tonight? Yeah, so the kick drum needs to come up relative to the bass line, and I'm gonna guess this is a monitoring issue, because I know you've made tracks where the kick sounds different. Maybe you were in a different what's your production space like on this version? Looks like the bass line and the kick drum have good frequency separation, just kick volume could come up. Alex B, sounds violent in Ableton, but this is so light. Did you possibly export with something missing on a... Like you're hearing something different than what got rendered, maybe? Oh, good synths. Coming up with the bass EQ. Yeah, a kick drum with some transient for that real smacking. Goof, goof, goof. Yeah, John, it is dreamy and floaty. Let me go back. What was that growl? Oh, that was a synth. I almost thought that was DJ Waters' vocal again. Chawalk-a-walk. Yes, the delay, that sound is super cool. Whoa. I feel like you brought us into another space right now. That was interesting. It got super quiet and I was really drawn in right here. And then we had this other bass zone. Like, that's a little bit loud. That resonant peak right there on that note at 200 when it went. Let's check these bass notes again. This could be important. Okay, that's cool. Those harmonics at like 200, 178, 157, those three notes felt too loud compared to the other bass. And I would literally go in with a notch EQ at those exact frequencies and just bring them down. And I like the bass line. The bass line has a lot of good energy up here. Dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. So it seems like there's space for the kick drum to come up a bunch louder and the bass still have that rhythmic dig it, dig it, dig it, dig it. Yeah. Oh, John Madison with a trick. Do some mid-side EQing to lose all the sides going into that silence part and then bring them back when the bass line hits. That's a good trick. Yeah, this track is doing cool shit. The sound layers are cool, the synths are cool, the percussion is all nicely in place. It has that dreamy, ooh, kind of atmosphere space. Nice transition. Yeah. Chawonk-a-wonk. Okay, I like the way the kick drum came back, but I think you could lose the kick drum before that. Dude. 426, you can lose the kick right here. Just let it hang. Because the synths are totally cool to hold this part. 439, bring it back in. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So just give us a break with no kick drum right there, because you don't need it. Now we're into the ending section. Total groove. Whoa, that was cool. Traveling. Yeah, the synth layers. hey, I want to give a shout out to Ed808, Edson Vizcarra, who asked me to make a tutorials channel. So now in Discord, we have a whole channel for tutorials that's public, and you're welcome to post anything there. Your own tutorials, I think, are best. If we ever ask you a question, how you made a sound, like, John, how'd you do that mid-side? Just make a video and show us what you did, 15 minutes or less or something like that, and post it up there. Or you're welcome to share any other tutorials you find about techniques you like that you want to do. Put them in there, and then we can look through them, play them, talk about them, share them, and all that stuff. I'm totally down with that. I like that ending. Kind of feels like Randy Adams stuff too. It's like spacey minimal with some little traveling synths. Yeah. All right, so we need to bring the kick drum up and work out a couple little things from the notes people said. And that's going to be a cool track. It's basically done. The structure, I mean, the concept is done. The skeleton of the track is all there, all the right parts and everything. Now we're just going to kind of morph it a bit. Oh, you'll try to figure out how to do that, how to do a tutorial. Yeah, there's always a bit of a question for screen sharing, having your Ableton audio, having your mic input, getting the audio mixed, and making it look good and not like doggy poo. Matt said, yeah, that's all the elements are there, just about going a little nuts with effects to shape out the story. That's a good way to say it. All right, Danat's fallen in love with 17 Days Ago. Yeah. Dig it. Let me check the change log on here. Whoa, that kick drum right there, that was good. All right, so it says he worked on the arrangement a bit, little new percussion, and beefed up the bass line. This is a good groove. Oh my God. Nice and bright hi-hat, that slash. Wow, it started out like it was going to be an acid kind of bassline track, and now it just opened up into that disco vibe. That's a good blend. Okay, open hi-hat is a little too loud. I hear you, Shepherds. It was pretty bright. That kick drum is nice. I want to comment on the clap, though. That clap is good. The new clap has too much low end for me. I'm going to EQ it. That second clap that came in the breakdown, scoop out the 700 hertz area that's like, it's too low. The clap can be nice and snappy. The bass line has a lot of buzz in there. And I would like to hear the buzz on the bass line really bright. The hi-hat's down a little bit so that the vocals and like the disco kind of samples don't take away from the bass line, because that bass line is so gritty and dirty. especially right here. That. If that vocal part and that little harmony thing could be just above the bass line and right below that in frequency, have the bass line buzz EQ'd up a little bit, the mid-range would be nice and thick. And then take the open hi-hat down a little bit. So I just pulled down a little bit of where the open hi-hat was. These are minor mix details, and the track is gonna just like snap into focus. Yeah, Viv Clit, what he said. Mids and highs go too much up in dB, lowers the kick and bass in the mix. So if there's a master compressor, it's like when the other things hit the compressor at the threshold, it just does gain reduction on the whole track and the low end loses power. Okay, EQ back to flat. Good arrangement. I like the flow. The track feels like everything's happening at the right place. That kick is really nice. Yeah, strip it down. This would be a perfect place to open up the filter on the bass line and get some more of the bass buzz and the high frequencies coming through. Yeah. All right, John, see you later. Okay, now we're into the ending. That bass line is great. And the fade down. All right, cool. I think my favorite little part was like right here. Yeah. Okay, so we gave a couple of basically mix notes. Nothing really wrong with the arrangement at all. The whole flow was cool. And the sounds are all cool and everything. I guess personally what I want to have more of is the buzzy bass line playing a central role, like filter it, move it around, really push it up to the front and be like, here is the cool bass line. And don't let it get overpowered with the disco samples, I call them, I guess. But none of those are big problems. Did anybody send me a message with... Let me just check and see if anything came in from right day, 7 days ago. No, okay, good. So it looks like we got 2 more tracks. Paul Robinson, he's not here today. Matt Schultz, yeah. Boils down to just adjusting the mix balance. Tune is done. Gotcha. Whoa. Whoa. First time using operator. Somebody's having fun. Right off, I think the hi-hat could be louder. But let's see where the percussion goes. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me on Saturday doing track feedback. Damn. That organ part is cool. Whoa. Let me go mono. I do hear a lot of stereo in the bass sound, so this is a place where I would take the mono, whatever that bass channel is, get from like 200 hertz down to make sure that's in mono without moving the center of the bass pressure left and right. I feel like I'm in a vacuum. Jens, did you send it to the Mixotexture SoundCloud, please? Because that's where I'm going to find it. Okay, good. So that should be the mono bass. Coming with the break beats. I love it. It's so simple. Just a couple elements to keep going. Good vibe. You know what though? Let's listen to when that little other snare drum sample comes in. Here. That could use another snare layer that's like a harder crack. That has like a snare tap feel, like a breakbeat, which is cool, but it could use like a real like hard, like sharp crack kind of sound, like a snare that's like a clap or a I think. And that sound, whoa. This one coming in. Right there. Really cool sound design. Operator, digging it. And it feels like a brand new sketch where it's, you know, it's 3 minutes long, so this should be like 5 or 6 minutes. What the fuck? If you put some delay on this, people are just gonna fall over like, whoa. That sound design is super cool. I like that soft pad blending with the buzz on the bass line. John Madison can't leave. Cat came back because he couldn't stay away. So Paul, this track is amazing. I'd like you to work on the arrangement a bit more. So the track is longer, you got a breakdown section, some little transitions where the kick drum drops out and the beat comes back in. Hi-hat a little bit louder. And then just keep it simple like it is. Don't add anything else. Bow, 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 bow. So cool. I think maybe the kick and the sub might need a little work here. It's good that the kick has a nice bright peak on it in the up around 2K. That's an important part of the kick for the like the transient on it. I don't know. How do you guys feel with the lows? Are you feeling that sub bass and kick drum together? Because I'm in headphones. Yeah, Mr. Oizo. Somehow it does have that feel. Oh, hey, James is here. Hey, man, haven't seen you for a while. The vibe is so cool in this one. So yeah, add a clap layer, a just double up that snare, and 2. And this shit's amazing. It's like that Worms thing, like. Amazing sound design. Feels like if you ate something that was not dead and it was like inside you, like. Shepherds, thanks for hanging out. Nice work, nice work. I'll see you on Discord. That bass sound, I'm speechless. It's so cool. It's moving around a lot and doing weird shit. And I want to know how you did it. Okay, Mindbender. This is a track, I think we played this on Thursday, and I think he played this last night. I don't know if you saw Mindbender put up a couple of little videos of his gig last night. It looked like it was fun, right? Yeah, we reviewed that on Thursday. We were wondering if the bass line is a little too muffled. So we'll come back with a report on that. And Jens to take us out for today. Good, 1:30. Got some Saturday stuff to do. Ooh, that's a heavy bass. There comes the kick drum. I think that opening bass line is too loud compared to the kick drum. This bass is really powerful, right? Boom, 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 boom. When the kick drum comes in, it feels like the kick is not quite up to the bass level. I think the kick drum could be a little bit louder. Nice space. You got the foundation down there, melodies on top. Synthwave, yeah, right? Oh, I like this part. That's a good comment. Sounds a bit like there's too much EQ going on, kind of a gap in the mids. Melodies could use less EQ, so like the high frequencies are pretty high. And the lows are deep, and then the mids are like sort of sucked out. That clap also feels a bit too heavy and dark. Arrangement is awesome. The way things are coming and going really has a nice feel. And it's got a nice world of sound design. So I think a couple of mix notes. You could have the 1000 down to 500 hertz area with a little more energy in it. Yen's writing it down, yeah. Matt, I totally agree. Musically, top level. Minor mixing issues, and yeah, there are records out there that don't sound this good. So Jens, you're on 98% with this one. A little bit more with the kick drum. Watch out that the melodies are not taking out too much attention from the mid-range. You know, the mids have a lot of cool stuff that could be, ooh, that kind of atmospheric middle. Oh. And I guess the sub bass could come down just a little bit, sub down, kick up. This clap that came in here, God. I like it dark, but it feels kind of far away and a little bit late. That one open hi-hat at the end is a little bit loud and feels, that one open hi-hat feels like somebody's kind of extra on top of all the other drums. So I'm looking for where we first heard that. That one hi-hat and the snare, the clap thing, sounds sort of far apart. Like the hi-hats are really bright and the snare is really dark. And then these hi-hats are noticeably quieter than that one big open one. So maybe the percussion mix, if you could get the drums to feel more like they're a consistent level and they're coming from the same drum kit in the same space. Feels like the drums are in two different spaces a bit. So, all right, good. Looks like you're seeing the notes. Yeah, totally cool track. Great synthwave vibe, 115 BPM. This space right here. Bum, 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 bum. How's that? Those toms. Really good quality of instruments and sounds. Oops, sorry. Tweaking some filters. There we go. I like it. That'll be done after another mix. I mean, it's got the high quality sounds, and these mix tips are just little details. You don't know if you want to comment on the clap because you like it. Absolutely. That's the thing about feedback is some mix notes are clearly technical things that should change. Other times it's kind of my opinion on what I would do if I was doing the track. So go with what you feel right. I mean, turn the kick drum up, but for the rest of this stuff, do what feels right for you on the style. And that'll be it for track feedback for today. As always, anybody who wants some Ableton production help can go to courses.mixatexture.com. And I'm working on some fun updates with the site to do more with Ableton racks, project packs, individual session lessons where you get to do activities hands-on inside live to learn some sound design techniques and mix techniques. And I'm looking forward to starting a new series of workshops where I show you how I use applied techniques in my own production that you can learn from in the courses and pull your tracks together to make them sound good. Matt Schultz, most styles, especially older ones, profit from a slightly darker mix. Yeah. It's so weird that in the era of vinyl records and cassette tapes, people would be mastering with like extra high-end energy so that when you put it on cassette tape and play it through a crappy system, it's like replacing the high end that was getting lost from the reproduction materials. And now that everybody's just listening on digital, we're like, oh, turn the highs down. See you all. Have a great evening. Yeah, thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. As always, if you have any questions, you can find me, steve@mixatexture.com, or on the gram or on the Facebook group. But really what you should do is go to Discord, because that's where we're at, and that's where we're hanging out. So, Alex B. Oh, Caesar, I think I missed your track for this time, so we'll have to catch you on Wednesday. And cool. All right, I'm done for today because I got some Saturday stuff to do. And I'll see you all in the future. Peace and love.